this is how it seems to work. This is just a different perspective to consider and to draw forth your own ideas instead of those you have been convinced by others to be true. Most dualistic arguments are both wrong. Evolution versus creation, for example, they are both wrong in their primary evidence and presumption. If thought can exist outside time, space, and matter until thought is set in motion or manifestation, what is the actual process behind creation? If we were not self-aware, would it even matter? Since self-awareness gives definitions of matter. Since self-awareness gives definition to existence itself, matter is not a thing, it is a flow of energy, constantly shifting and changing in a dynamic that is set in motion by cyclonic torsion through cymatics, as in a waveform continuum field. Sound forming matter, the voice of God. This includes the motion of energy, vibration, and the given appearance of being matter, because it is a fractal perspective of a series of electromagnetic containment fields, wheels within wheels, as mentioned in Ezekiel. Waveform dynamics, or what modern science improperly calls quantum mechanics, and it's improper, then I kind of explain this, because mechanics imply that things take things to move instead of being in constant motion, or instead of being a flow or moving frames of paradigmatic reference. And then I go through the whole, like, John 1, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him, anything that was made was not made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. And, God, Word, man, and darkness, what all those mean. Keep in mind, and this is the new part of this, keep in mind, prose and allegory contain any possibilities of interpretation. For instance, let's say that the Bible meant this: man was spirit before manifesting in body. Information that consisted of the instructions that built the material structure we perceive as matter or a body. The spirit, or the information, is the light. And when God said, "Let there be light," that was on the first day of creation, or the creation of the spirit of man, who is the life within the physical vessel. The light of man existed from the first day or initiation of creation itself, and that was part of my old, thing. But this is the new part. Our body was manifested on the sixth day, when the body was made manifest. Carbon, sixth element. On the periodic table, 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, a numeric paradigm template of mathematic construct in sacred geometry. See how 666 is 6 times 6 times 6, 216. 216 times 2 is 432. 432 reverses 240, 234. 432 plus 234 is 666. I could play all day with these numbers, even down to how 432 times 432 is 186,624 miles per second, or the speed of light. And 432 hertz was used by the ancients to describe the first word of creative cymatica, along with 144, which is 12 squared, and just happens to be the 12th number in the Fibonacci sequence. 216, 108, 54, and 27 are all actual tones in a chromatic musical scale representing the A0 through A4 octaves, or the tones on the ancient solfeggio musical scale. Imagine that, a musical scale.
Right.
Never mind, we are told the radius of the sun is 432,288 miles, when it's actually 432,432 miles, and even notice how 288 is 188 times 2, or 2/3 of 432, or 66.6%.
Never fails.
Circumference of the Earth at the Pyramid of Giza is 21,600 miles, and I've just explained the shit. Light can be expressed in 144,000 arc minutes per second. And then, this is what I end it with, that explanation. A thought form created mathematical paradigm expressed as an agreed upon reality by those choosing to So Einstein, Darwin, and all their little public school taught theories are complete garbage. Church taught creationism is in the right church but the wrong pew, so to speak.
Right.
There are other ways of understanding reality, but you have to free your mind of this utter bullshit that you have been instructed to believe, and you obeyed like some slave, so your ego would be compatible with others, and free of judgment and others who believe the same bullshit. You did it to fit in. Fitting in is what is wanting to be like everyone else. How boring. Information is meant to be exchanged, to flow, not to stagnate and rot like the information your authorities instruct you to buy into so they can preserve their arrogant, self-preserving illusory paradigm with their primitive egos clinging to it so desperately. Are we going to believe history or explore mystery? Mystery sounds so much like my story and completely different from his story for a reason.
I almost had a tear come down my eye. That was beautiful. That was very beautiful. You know what I think, though? It's too simple. It's the problem. It's too simple for these people.
Well, damn, you think I'm gonna... I mean, if I put any more information than that in there... I mean, you're talking about... I am the master of firecrackers when it comes to, like, putting explosive information together.
Right.
You know, it packs a punch. And if I put any more information than that in there, it's gonna blow someone's fucking mind.
Yeah, well... I've been blowing people's minds for a while.
You know, I haven't gotten one response to this fucking comment. And the day that I wrote it, there were like 9 people responding to the comments. And after I posted this comment, they all stopped talking.
Yeah, I bet they
was like
did.
They don't know what to say about it.
Yes.
So they just don't say anything.
Well, I mean, it's pretty hard. You know, uh-oh.
I mean, if we did ever get in an argument, can you imagine how hard it would be to argue with me?
Well, why you think we never argued?
You know why we don't argue? Because we consider all possibilities.
No, we're not limited, actually, and we don't, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We
consider all possibilities, and we respect the fact that both of us can come up with different things that are completely fucking different from each other, but we can still see the beauty in how they relate to each other.
Yeah. It's like, it's all perception and your own water.
Oh my God, for the longest time, you tried so hard to, like, get this flat earth message across to me. And I look back after talking to you all that time, and I kind of realized that you were kind of hinting around about it, but you didn't want to come out and just say it to me. Is that what you were doing? Like, you would hint about it, but you wouldn't, like, come right out and say, you know what, motherfucker, why do you still believe that there's planets and shit and this goddamn earth is round? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Who told you that?
It wants to know why you never told him that.
Why I never told you that?
Yeah, because he said you were, like, hinting around it.
No, Sean, you don't understand, Sean. We're on our own path, brother, and we see things differently. It's all with information that you're taking in, that you watch on your media, that you see, and anything outside. See, we're going to nature. Okay, this don't exist in this reality in nature. None of this matters. You're totally connected to everything out there. See, that's when you get limitless. Once you're not even in this system of any kind of even power lines around you, you know, there's zero authority that can even come near you. And you see.
Well, and that's the whole thing. It's like you see this transformation, and it's so funny. You actually see it. It's like, I showed you that little graphic of the torus field that would fold out into a flat piece of paper, right?
Right. Right.
And I've seen that happen right in front of my fucking own eyes.
Right.
And so the earth can be round or flat. I don't really believe one way or the other.
It's a baseball diamond, actually. If you want to get technical, it's a.
I don't really give a fuck. I think that's what it is. I just don't really care. I don't think it's significant to anything unless we're going to go to that little ice wall and go visit other lands until we get to the point where we're either allowed to do that, where we're not going to be blown up for taking a little paddle boat there or something like that.
Well, Wendy says the same thing that you said. The same exact thing.
What?
It is just not a significant thing to me, and it's being made into a significant thing, and it's not. It fucking doesn't matter. Do you think it really matters whether we live on a flat Earth or not?
No.
Or whether we live on a ball Earth that somehow just defies everything that we know about the physics that we experience on the surface of this whatever we're living on?
Right. It's all an illusion. We're creating our own reality, and it's illusions.
It's an agreed upon reality in one way, but there's a little bit of flexibility in the fact that you can develop your own ideas inside of the reality, which is what makes it transform. And like I said, it's dynamic. It's not something it's not a static thing. It's not something that you can freeze frame it and say, oh, this is my piece of information.
Right,
and I want to keep the world just like this because this is perfect to me.
Right.
No, it's not the way it's supposed to be. That's the whole fucking thing by trying to keep everything the same is where you're going fucking wrong.
Right.
What, is that what you want to do? You want to become a picture? You want to be one of those people that sit there and they're 90 years old and they look at those pictures when they're 25 and they sigh and they go, oh, if it was only back in those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I'm happier now than I was when I was 25. I even look better now than I was when I was 25. Maybe not my face, but my body does. My body feels better. There's a fucking 3 in the sky right now. I gotta take a picture of this shit.
No, I've seen it. You don't have to. I've seen them many times. It's
backward. It's a backward 3.
And it looks like a Dale Earnhardt 3 that was on the side of his race car. Look at it closely. That's the ones I see. It's a special
like, I'm not
3.
shitting you. There is a cloud that is shaped like a backward 3 in the sky.
Absolutely. I've seen many, many of them.
I'm going to see if I can get a picture of it because the moon's kind of above it.
Yeah, it's hard to take pictures of that shit because you got to have a good camera.
My phone sucks anyway.
No, it's
hell no. I can't even get that remote.
no, it's kind of it's a reflection of the material. It turns up as some kind of like
Shit, there ain't no use in even doing that. I can get a picture of the little paint.
it turns into the noise that everything is. It goes to fractal vibrating.
When you take a picture of the moon on your phone, why does it look so goddamn small?
Because
why when you take a picture of the moon on your phone does it look so tiny in comparison with the sky that you're seeing? Like shouldn't it be in the same ratio on your phone as it is in the sky?
Well,
as it appears there, and it does not.
It's something.
The sky, the moon looks like a star when you take a picture of it.
Well,
At least on my shit like that.
the cameras are rigged, Sean. I told you this already. All the cameras they sell the people are rigged. They're never going to see what's really there they're taking a picture of. I already tried to tell people this shit already. Okay, everything's rigged. The telescopes are rigged. The cameras are rigged. The binoculars are rigged. Everything's rigged. Okay, they're not helping you. They're blocking you.
Oh, it's just like when you get in an airplane, just like this guy told me, yesterday, I said something about the flat earth thing. He's like, that stuff's not true. Physics proves it wrong. And I'm like, physics proves that when you spin a ball, all the water flies off of it. From what I've seen, what physics are you looking at? And also, he's like, well, I've been up in a plane, and I've seen the curvature of the earth. And I said, no. I said, look at the windows on a plane and tell me, are those windows perfectly flat or are they curved?
Yes.
To make it appear that everything out there is curved, not really curved. You're looking through a fish-eye lens.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I never thought about that. And I said, look, I'm not telling you whether the earth is flat, but I'm going to tell you this. It is not a sphere. It's a little bit more complicated than that.
Absolutely. It's, you remember, and I'm telling
I had a
people.
conversation with someone about this.
Well, I'm going on the record, and I'm going to say that we're standing inside of our own eye, looking up inside our own eye at the sky. The sky is our eye, and we are in a bubble, and we get to play in the bubble, and we get to own the bubble. But like I said, some idiot got a hold to the bubble machine, and they putting out some bummer bubbles. That's what I'm going to say. Keep it on a good note. And they are idiots.
Isn't that funny?
Make no mistakes. These people are idiots. They are idiots. I have to say. I don't want to say nothing about people, but they're idiots.
That looking up at the sky, you would see the night and day change just as if this were as if this whole planet were an eye. You would see the exact same thing.
I know. I can see that perfect. That's why I connected so fast. I know what I'm looking at. You know, I can see even the blocking, these walls they make that hide these oranges and all these giant light sources. The light bounces back off of them and shit. Oh, you know, just that alone is, you know, something you need to really think about, people. It's like, hello, you know, you're listening to all these other people telling you shit on YouTube, you know, and just keeping you stuck. You know, that Delacroix woman, I mean, I think she's really sincere in what she's trying to do. Actually, she's not looking to make money. She just cares.
That's why I like her, and you know, she's very. You realize that? Well, she's like Mike, you know, Marishima, and this is the thing that I like about him. Even if he goes by and just says, you know, thanks for your comment, he answers every fucking comment that people make on his channel.
Right, because he
answers everybody, and she does the same thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of her comments, she will take a lot of time.
Oh, I was just relaxing.
Okay.
She'll invest time in her comments when she answers you back. Like, she'll add information to it or,
Yeah,
you know, expand on it.
Sean, in the beginning, when I first started this, I was getting bombarded with so many comments. It was impossible for me. And then it guilted me so bad that I couldn't answer all the people's comments. It was like I didn't have time. You know what I'm saying? They only had so much time in their day. And I'd get home from work, and I come home, and I got a goddamn 1,000 freaking comments. And I'm going, man, I want to answer every one, but I can't do it. I don't have that. It's impossible. I would have had to hire somebody.
You know, I don't think, you know how there's that little bell at the top of your screen? I don't think I've ever had more than fucking 10 comments in that thing at one time.
But Enter the
If I have
Stars is all.
that's a lot.
Yeah, Enter the Stars always had his at 99 plus. Every time his was 99 plus. He kept it up there so everybody could see that. See, I used to clear that number off of there because I didn't like looking at no number on that little bell. So I just cleared it out of there whenever I seen it, whatever it
You're
was.
like me. I can't stand that. You know, I can't stand that. Like on my phone, even if I get a text from someone that I don't want to text back, like right at that moment,
Right.
I can't stand it. I got to get that fucking number off of my little text thing that says you have one message. I got to get rid of it. I can't stand it.
Right. It needs to get off of there, and I do the same exact thing.
Or if I miss a phone call, I can't stand having 3 missed phone calls. I cannot stand having messages on my phone.
Right.
I don't like no symbols at the top of my phone telling me that I have messages and
Yeah, right.
mail, and I don't want none of that shit up there.
Right. I do the
I'm like
exact same thing.
compulsive about that shit.
Well, it actually takes up space on your little devicey thing, and it limits you how many pictures you can take and videos you can make actually. So you need to delete all them texts and all them pictures and all that shit off of there. And people don't understand that's what's taking up all their room. Not yet.
Did you get a chance to look at all those pictures?
Not yet, dude. Me and Wendy been talking for the last 2 days, Sean, and I cannot. It's just been total like fucking boot camp for both of us, and we're wore out, man. We're wore down tonight. Like I said, man, everything's got to be right here, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I brought Wendy up there, and it wasn't the experience she had wasn't, you know, what she was picturing. So, you know, her mind's starting to go off on stuff, and, you know, we've been talking about all of this stuff, and a lot of, I funneled a lot of stuff from the flow today and yesterday.
Well, you gotta understand what she's coming from, man. She spent all that time helping take care of her mother. You know, she's lived in the city probably her whole life.
Right. And
see, I never got the experience at all.
Yeah.
You know, I lived in the country with my grandparents. I lived sort of in a little town with my parents. And
right.
then I lived in the city when I went to college in Detroit. So I've seen all three perspectives. And I'm telling you right now, living up on my grandparents, up on that, you know, staying with them was the best experience out of all of them.
Yeah, you were free.
I mean, I like living at this house on my own. Like, I really do love living alone. You know, that's going to be hard for me to give up because I really enjoy that. You know, you can walk around the house naked. You can burp. You can drink out of your own milk carton, and you don't have to worry about anything bitching about it. And, you know, it's just, there's certain things that it's kind of nice.
Yeah, but
walk
Sean...
around your house naked with dick flops around on.
Well, the thing is you're going to have your personal space, dude. We're going to be...
You know what I do all the time? I sing all the time. It's kind of funny.
Well,
I'm actually a lot... you know, I've never, except for maybe like once or twice in my life or in church, ever sing in front of another person because for some reason, I don't know why it is, but I'm embarrassed about it. And I'm better than some of those fucking people that I've seen on like Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, right.
Better than them.
Right.
Like, you'll never hear me sing. Unless you catch me and I don't know it, you will never hear me do it.
Right.
But I'm good. I am actually good. I kind of figured out that I am really good. You're like, for example, I hate the song because I fucking despise what it stands for, but I can sing the Star Spangled Banner like nobody else can.
That's funny.
I mean, it's the funniest thing. I can sing my ass off, and I will not sing in front of another person. And I am actually good. Because I have perfect pitch. You know what perfect pitch is, right?
Yeah, like you're in tuned.
I can recognize if there's any deviation in a pitch to where, you know, I've played so much music my whole life that I can sit down and tune the piano without a piano tune.
Right.
If I have the tools for it, I can tune it by ear. I can actually tune a piano completely from bottom to top by ear without using a machine to do it.
Absolutely.
And there ain't many people out there that can do that.
Yeah, that's the hidden knowledge they kept from us, you know, that we can do stuff, little simple stuff like that.
It's just like when I tune that music anymore, I don't even have to turn that tone on anymore because I know it so well that I can actually tune the music in my head now without turning the frequency generator on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you've done it so many times, you know that 432 like it's a normal wire in your little flowing.